Assalamualaikum and hi semua. So today we are going to continue with chapter 4.3 isomerism. However, in this video I'm going to finish all the learning outcome for isomerism. Okay, so we are going to start with define chirality center and enantiomer. After that, you should be able to identify chirality center in a molecule. That means if you are given any compound or molecule, you should be able to detect where is the chiral carbon. Okay, alright, and then you should be able to determine the optical activity of a compound, and lastly you should be able to draw a pair of enantiomer using 3D formula. Okay, so kita hanya akan draw 3D formula for molecule yang ada one chirality center only. Alright, so enantiomer or also known as optical isomer. So what is optical? Nanti kita tengok lah. So first kita tengok optical activity. Optical activity is the ability of certain crystal or solution of a certain substance to rotate the plane polarized light. Okay, so kiranya optical activity ini adalah satu ability untuk kristal ataupun solution tu untuk rotate plane polarized light. So nanti kita akan halalkan satu light, okay, tapi and then at the end light tu akan jadi, dia akan rotate sikit. Okay, so disebabkan apa? Disebabkan dia lalu dekat kristal ataupun solution tadi. Okay, so substance that can rotate the plane polarized light is said to be optically active. Okay, so substance yang menyebabkan light tadi rotate, so itulah yang kita panggil optically active. Alright, so optically active substance that possess similar structural formula but differ in their effect of plane polarized light are called optical isomer. Okay, so optical isomer ni adalah keadaan di mana kita ada dua optically active substance. Dia punya structural formula dia sama. Okay, tapi dia punya effect on plane polarized light dia actually opposite lah. Okay, satu positif, satu negatif. But you don't have to know that. Tak apa, kita continue. And then optically active compound will have chiral carbon. Okay, so ini penting yang last ni sebab you will deal with this a lot. Okay, so kalau nak cari optically active compound macam mana? Tengok ada tak chiral carbon. If we have chiral carbon, that means the compound is optically active. Alright, so over here, this is polarimeter. Okay, polarimeter ni keadaan di mana kita ada light source. Okay, and then kita halalkan light source tu ke sini, and then dia ada macam slit kan kat sini. Okay, so the vertical slit, so the light will pass through the vertical slit, and then this light will pass through satu tube, and in that tube ada substance tadi, sama ada solution ataupun crystal tu. Okay, so as the light pass through the solution, dia depend lah, kalau solution tu adalah optically active substance, then it will rotate the plane polarized light. Like this one mula-mula masuk straight je, lepas tu dia dah rotate dah kan, dah miring dah sini. Okay, and then mata kita dekat ujung ni. Okay, so kita akan tengok lah kalau light tu dah rotate, then kita akan rotate the analyzer, then we will be able to detect berapa degree yang rotated. Okay, alright, so ini just extra information on this one. Okay, so next kita tengok chirality center. So tadi saya cakap how to determine optically active compound. Tengok ada tak chirality center. So now we want to know macam mana nak determine chirality center pula. Okay, so optical activity is shown when the molecule contain at least one chiral carbon. Yep, baru saya cakap tadi. And then chiral carbon is a carbon attached to 4 different group of atoms. Okay, ini yang kita nak cari. Okay, so tadi kita kata kalau ada chiral carbon, optically active. Tapi macam mana nak cari chiral carbon? Nak cari chiral carbon adalah carbon atom yang attach kepada 4 group of atom yang berbeza. Okay, and then the chirality center is a sp3 hybridized carbon. Yes, dia mesti sp3 hybridized. Sebab dekat sini dia cakap attached to 4 different atoms. Okay, 4 different atoms. So, kalau nak 4 different atom, mestilah sp3 hybridise ataupun single bond lah. Okay, so that dia attached dengan 4 different atom. And then, for example, kita boleh tengok yang bawah ni lah. Okay, so this carbon here, saya letak di simbol star ni, asterisk ni. Sebab this carbon is actually a chiral carbon. Okay, so how do I know this is chiral carbon? Because this carbon is bonded to hydrogen. Okay, and then bonded to CH3. And then bonded to OH. And then bonded to CH2, CH3. Okay, so as you can see, semua ni, these are all different group of atom. So kiranya this carbon is bonded to 4 different group of atom. Therefore, this carbon is a chiral carbon. Okay, so carbon yang tengah ni yang chiral carbon. So, structure yang sebelah ni pun sama je macam ni. Okay, cuma dia draw dalam bentuk 3D. Okay. Alright, next kita tengok example 1. Determine the chirality center for this molecule. Okay, so dia bagi molekul besar macam ni. So, we need to determine the chirality center. Okay, so obviously you shouldn't look at this double bond lah. Tak perlu nak tengok pun sebab baru je tadi kita cakap chirality center tu dekat sp3 hybridise carbon atom. Ini bukan sp3. Okay, semua ni bukan sp3. So, tak boleh sebab dia ada double bond. Saya tahu dia ada double bond, that means dia bukan sp3. Dia mesti single bond. Okay, so maksudnya possibility carbon kita sama ada sini, ini, okay, yang ini, or this one. Okay, so tak banyak lah yang kita kena check. Okay, so let us check one by one. Okay, so let's say lah this carbon here kita check. This carbon attached to OH, attached to hydrogen, attached to another carbon, attached to carbon. Okay, so nampak macam dia attached to dua carbon yang sama kan? But we need to look further. Okay, further kita tengok carbon ni attached dengan carbon yang dalam benzene ring. Okay. While this carbon attached dengan nitrogen, hydrogen, CH3. So, we can conclude that this environment here and this environment here adalah environment yang berbeza. So, kita kata this carbon actually attached dengan 1, 2, 3, 4 different group of atoms. Okay, so maksudnya this carbon yang dekat tengah ni adalah chiral carbon. Okay, so to indicate chiral carbon, kamu tak perlu nak label pun the word CHIRAL tu. Tak perlu nak label. Just letak star, asterisk tu, then I will understand, or everyone yang belajar chemistry, dia akan faham that is the chiral carbon. Okay. Alright. And then next one, carbon ni. Okay, how about this carbon? This carbon, adakah dia chiral carbon? Okay, so kita check lah. This carbon bonded to CH3. Hydrogen, nitrogen, okay, lain, okay. Then this one, okay. So maksudnya dia ada 1, 2, 3, 4 different group of atoms. So that means this carbon here also a chiral carbon, okay. Then how about this one? This carbon is not a chiral carbon lah sebab this carbon bonded with 3 hydrogen. Kayaknya dia ada 3 benda yang sama. Okay, syarat untuk chiral mesti 4 different group of atoms. Okay, so ini tak. And then this carbon pun sama juga. Okay, this is not chiral carbon sebab dia bonded to the same hydrogen. Okay, so that's mean for example 1, kita ada 2 chiral carbon or 2 chirality center. Alright, so just ignore this. Okay, abaikan jap. Alright, and then next kita tengok chirality center in cyclic compound. Okay, so apa yang kita tengok tadi macam dia bukan cyclic lah. Okay, tapi kalau cyclic compound dia lain sikit je. Okay, tapi almost lebih kurang lah. Okay, so to determine whether a ring carbon is chiral, look for any difference in the path around the ring in each direction. Okay, so to check whether carbon dalam ring tu adalah chiral ke tak, tengok keliling dia. Tengok jiran kepada jiran dia. So macam tu. So kita tengok macam mana. So let's say lah we want to check this carbon here sama ada dia chiral carbon or not. So is this a chiral carbon? Okay, soalan dia. Okay, so kita pun check lah. Oh, this carbon bonded with hydrogen. Okay, and then CH3. Okay, so ini good sign because we already have 2 different group of atoms. So we need another 2 lah. Okay, so kita tengok pula sini. Okay, so ini carbon, ini carbon. So maksudnya this carbon here bonded to carbon and carbon. So carbon and carbon ni macam sama. But for cyclic structure, you have to look further. Okay, tengok lagi jiran kepada this carbon, which is this carbon here. Okay, so carbon dekat sini CH2. Ini pun CH2 lah sebenarnya kan. Okay, and then this carbon here, jiran dia pun CH2 juga. Okay, so that's why dekat sini saya label. This is identical group, yes, because this is CH2. This is also CH2. And then jiran kepada CH2 ni pun CH2. Ini pun CH2. Okay, so maksudnya dia identical group. So maksudnya we can conclude that ini, group ni and group ni is the same group. Okay, dia benda yang sama. Okay, so is this a chiral carbon? The answer is no. Okay, this is not a chiral carbon. Okay, bukan chiral carbon. Okay, so itu tips untuk cyclic compound. Alright, then exercise macam biasa. Okay, so label asterisk at the chiral carbon if any. Okay, in each of the following molecule. Alright, so kita nak check chiral carbon tu ada ke tak. First thing, tolonglah jangan tengok dekat sini because this is not sp3. Okay, so ini bukan sp3. So let us check here. Okay, sebab macam ada potensi. So this carbon is bonded to one hydrogen, CH3, carbon and carbon. Okay, so dalam keadaan carbon and carbon, we have to check further lah. So this carbon, environment keliling dia ini adalah CH2. Okay, so ini adalah CH. Okay, so we can say that ini lain, ini lain. Ini dan atas ni adakah dia group of atom yang sama? The answer is no, they are not the same because this CH2 here is bonded with another CH2. This CH here bonded with CH and then dia ada double bond yang tak ada dekat bawah ni. So we can say that ini adalah group 2 ni not identical. Okay, dia tak sama. So bila tak sama, so maksudnya sekarang we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different group of atom attached to this carbon. So automatically this carbon yang tengah ni adalah chiral carbon. So kita label asterisk tu sahaja. Okay. And then we need to check juga dekat kalau tempat lain ada tak chiral carbon tu, ada tak. So kita tengoklah, oh sini ada possibility kah? Okay, so kalau carbon sini dia bonded with C, and then dia ada, actually over here dah ada 2 H. So out lah, so tak boleh. This carbon is not a chiral carbon. Carbon ni pun sama sebab dia ada 2 H juga. Carbon ni pun sama. Carbon ni double bond, carbon ni double bond, so tak boleh. So this carbon ada 3 hydrogen, so tak boleh. Okay, so that means the only chiral carbon in this structure adalah dekat sini. Okay, and then next, label asterisk at chiral carbon if any in each of the following molecule. Okay, so kita check lah. Okay, so kalau dekat sini, actually over here ada H lah. Okay, so this carbon, okay, bonded with another carbon here. Okay, so carbon bonded dengan carbon, carbon, OH dan H. Okay, so OH dan H saya tak risaulah, 2 benda berbeza. But this one, CH2, this is also CH2. So we need to look further. Okay, kita tengok lagi jiran kepada CH2 ni adalah CH2 juga. But this one jiran dia adalah CH yang attached dengan CH3. Therefore, we can conclude that yang ini, group ni dengan group ni adalah 2 group yang berbeza. Okay? Alright, so bila dia 2 group berbeza, so maksudnya carbon yang dekat sini adalah chiral carbon. Okay? And then this one out lah. Okay, sebab dia ada 2 hydrogen yang sama. Okay, tak ada. Okay, this one, oh macam ada possibility. Macam lah, so kita check dulu. So this carbon bonded to hydrogen, bonded to CH3, bonded to CH2. Ini pun bonded to CH2. Okay, but jangan buat conclusion lagi because we need to check this CH2 bonded with C yang ada OH. while this CH2 bonded with another CH2. So kita boleh katalah CH2 bonded dengan another CH2. Ini CH2 bonded dengan C yang ada OH. So group dia adalah group yang berbeza. Okay, so maksudnya we have another chiral carbon here, which is sini. Okay, so ini adalah chiral carbon. Okay, saya rasa itu je. Okay, sebab kalau saya nak ambil this one carbon, no. Sebab dia ada 3 hidrogen yang sama, tak boleh. Ini pun ada 2 hidrogen sama, ni tak boleh, ni tak boleh. So, for this structure, we only have 2 chiral carbon. Okay, so try this. Now, it is your turn to test your understanding. So, please try to do this. Okay, just label asterisk dekat mana carbon yang chiral. Alright, next. I will proceed with enantiomer optical isomer. Okay, sebab kita belajar stereoisomer ada 2 cis strand dengan enantiomer. Okay, cis strand we already covered in the previous video. So, kita nak sambung enantiomer or also known as optical isomer. Okay, so enantiomer or also known as optical isomer are stereoisomer which mirror image of one another but cannot be superimposed. Okay, so dia adalah mirror image. Stereoisomer ni dua-dua tu mirror image of one another, tapi kalau kita nak superimpose dia, kita nak tindih dia, bertindan dia, dia tak overlap dekat tempat yang sama, dia akan ada benda yang tak sama juga. Okay, so itu maksud enantiomer. Okay, and then a molecule that contain a chiral carbon would have a mirror image that cannot be superimposed on it. Okay, so inilah kaitan dengan chiral carbon tadi. Okay, so molekul yang ada chiral carbon usually dia ada mirror image yang kita tak boleh superimpose. So, bila dia ada mirror image that cannot be superimposed, that's mean molekul yang ada chiral carbon tu adalah optical isomer lah. Okay, therefore, a chiral molecule and its mirror image are called enantiomer or optical isomer. So, chiral molecule tadi dengan image dia, mirror image dia, dua tu dipanggil enantiomer ataupun optical isomer. Okay, so boleh tengok dalam gambar ni. Okay, so this structure here, okay, ini mirror image dia. Okay, tapi actually kalaulah kita angkat this one, kita tak atas ni, overlapkan dia, dia akan ada satu tempat yang tak boleh overlap. Okay, akan ada satu yang tak kena. Alright, so that's why dia cakap dia adalah mirror image of each another, of one another, tapi cannot be superimposed. Okay, so back to this one, requirement for enantiomer. So, ini macam conclusion tadilah. So, saya cakap ayat yang last ni actually dah explain dah. Untuk enantiomer ataupun untuk optical isomer, syarat dia adalah molekul tu mesti kena ada chiral carbon. Kalau ada chiral carbon, adalah possibility for optical isomer or enantiomer. And the molecule cannot be superimposed with its mirror image. Okay, tak boleh superimpose. So, ada cukup 2 syarat ni. Jadilah optical isomer or enantiomer. Okay. Alright, so kita tengok the next one. Dia kata label star at the chiral carbon. Okay, in this structure and draw its enantiomer. Okay, so this structure is given dalam bentuk condensed. So why don't we try to expand dia so that kita nampak clearly apa yang bonded dengan apa. So, this is CH3, CH2, CH, and then OH, and then CH3. Okay, so now we already have macam structure macam ni, which is easier for us to see lah. Okay, yang mana chiral, mana tak. Okay, so this carbon yang hujung ni obviously not a chiral carbon lah because dia ada 3 hidrogen yang sama. This carbon ada possibility because this carbon bonded with CH3, OH, CH2, CH3 and H. So we can see that these are actually 4 different group of atom. So maksudnya this carbon here adalah chiral carbon. Okay, but don't stop there. You have to check semua carbon. Okay, so this carbon bonded to 2 hydrogen. So tak boleh. This is also not a chiral carbon. This carbon pun not a chiral carbon. Okay, so memang confirm lah we only have 1 chiral carbon. Okay, so next kita nak draw enantiomer. Enantiomer ni adalah mirror image tu lah. Okay, so nak draw, kita kena boleh differentiate. Dulu kita ada 4 different group of atoms macam tu. Okay, so this carbon with the asterisk ataupun this chiral carbon will become the central lah. Okay, so dia akan jadi central atom. Okay, so kita pun buatlah carbon di tengah. And then kita ada belajar lukis hari tu 3D kan. So we need to draw in 3D. Okay, untuk yang ni kena draw dalam 3D. Okay. Alright, then kita pun draw lah dalam 3D carbon bonded with, okay, so for this one CH2, CH3 ni since dia besar, so I will place it on top, okay, so that I have a lot of space to write it down. Okay, and then ini randomly je lah, boleh letak mana-mana je. Okay, so let's say lah saya letak my OH is here, and then miring sikit, so this is my CH3, and then this is my hydrogen. Okay, so dah nampak dah macam 3D. Okay, then you have to draw mirror. Okay, so ini mirror, and then draw mirror image of this. Okay, so maksudnya ini jadi CH2, CH3, ini saya tak mirror image kan lah. Okay, and then this OH is actually very close to mirror. So kita akan terbalikkan lah, OH tu dekat dengan mirror juga. So this one, so OH, and then ini dia ke kiri sikit kan, so sekarang dia ke kanan. Okay, so CH3, and then kita ada H. Okay, so ini adalah enantiomer. They are mirror image to each other. Alright, so kalau soalan minta draw enantiomer macam ni, dan kena buat ini dan tulis this is enantiomer. Okay? Alright, so I think that's all for this chapter 4.3. So nanti kita akan sambung 4.4. Thank you. Bye.